out. Ah, what the? Getting my arm workout for the day. AJ, focus on my biceps. Why is this so hot? Today we're going to be making my childhood favorite dish, tomato egg stir fry. Let's get to it. This dish is so good, one that you don't usually order in the restaurant because you cook it at home, your mom makes it for you, your grandparents make it for you. It is absolutely delicious. Those that know this dish, know. And those that don't, you're about to find out. Let's get to it. The ingredients to this dish are super simple. It's in the name itself, tomato and egg. We're gonna start off by cracking however many eggs you want. I use typically from 4 to 6 eggs. This dish is so fantastic because you can literally use anything you have in your pantry. I usually use around 4 to 6 eggs. It really depends on however many eggs I have in my fridge. If you only have 2, that works. 3 works as well. All these fresh ingredients that we have here today are from Lucky Supermarket. You can find them at your local Asian grocery store nearest to you.
Whenever I'm in the mood for Asian food, there's only one place I ever go. A one-stop shop for Asian ingredients. Did you guess? It's Lucky Supermarket. They're an independent Canadian grocery store that offers the freshest seafood, exotic fruits, and vegetables. They also have a wide variety of authentic Asian products and a numerous drink selection. Not to mention, but their prices are unbeatable. But if you're too tired from shopping, stop by their kitchen that has hot food and ready-to-eat meals every day.
We have 6 eggs in here. What I like to do is add just a little bit of water to make sure that they're super, super fluffy, okay? And while we're doing this, we're going to make sure you heat up a wok. Extra hot. If you don't have a wok, you can just use a non-stick pan, anything you have at home, but make sure it is hot. Let that heat up and continue to whisk our eggs. We don't use a fork to whisk. No, no, no. You use chopsticks. That's when you know you're the real OG Asian. Now that our eggs are whisked up, we're just gonna set them aside and let's talk about the tomatoes. Today I'm using Roma tomatoes at home. You can use anything that you have, cherry tomatoes, frozen tomatoes, anything you got. This dish is so easy and it is honestly very forgiving. So I just like to grab tomatoes, roughly chop them, add them into a bowl. I prefer Roma tomatoes because I find that they're a little bit juicier. I have about 5 Roma tomatoes in here. Now that our tomatoes are cut, make sure you heat up your wok. You can use a wok, a non-stick pan, anything you got. You just want to make sure that it is very hot. This guy right here was passed down from my mom. Honestly, investing in a good wok is so amazing because you can pass it to your children. Honestly, it will outlive you, okay? In a hot wok, you're gonna add in a generous amount of oil. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Once it starts to steam, we're gonna add in our egg. Check this out. That's the sound you want it to make. Spatula. This process here is going to be very fast, so keep an eye out on your egg. We just want it to be just done. Okay, still a little bit runny because we're going to cook it again later. Okay, this is a trick for it, okay? Once it's almost there, turn off the heat. And then let it get a little bit more cooked because there's still residual heat on the pan itself. Oh, it's so fluffy. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Okay, that's done. I'm just going to add it back into the bowl. I know people are gonna be like, well, that bowl you used to crack the eggs. No, it's fine because we're gonna cook it again later, so don't worry about it, okay? Those Karens out there, relax. Whenever you're cooking with a wok, you always want to use oil that has a high smoke point, either canola oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil. Don't use olive oil, okay? Add back that oil into your pan. You're going to take some chopped onions, about half an onion. Make sure your heat is on high heat. I've already prepared some minced garlic, some chopped scallions, and some sliced onion. Add in your minced garlic. I'm using about 3 cloves of garlic here. Once it starts to char a bit, add in your tomatoes. This is by far my favorite vegetarian dish on the planet, actually. It is so good, it's so nostalgic. I used to eat this like almost every day as a kid. It was one of my favorite things that my mom would make. This is probably one of the first things I ever learned how to make, aside from like frying an egg. Once your tomatoes are in, grab a lid. We're just gonna let this hang out for a little bit, probably like 5 to 6 minutes. It smells incredible already. Yeah, it smells so good. Okay, I've let the tomato cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to add in some water. Probably like half a cup of water, I want to say. That looks good. Yeah, and we just want it to just bathe in that water, in all those sauces, and all that aromatics. Pop the lid on, and we're gonna let it simmer for a little bit for probably 5 to 6 minutes. If you like your tomatoes more al dente, then you just cook it a little less. I like it a little bit more, you know, mushy, just a little bit, so I cook it a little bit more, right? Everybody's different. That's the best thing about this dish. It works for everyone of all sizes, shapes, and colors. It does not discriminate. So let's talk about the secret sauce. This guy right here, ketchup. This is the secret sauce. If you are cooking tomato egg stir fry without ketchup, you are not cooking it correctly. What you do, I just do like that, but you just do a little circle of it, maybe like 2 little rounds of it, and then mix it up together. Oh, that looks so good, so good. I like it a little bit more soft, so we're just going to let that cook down a little bit. Now, add in some sugar. Almost equal parts to the amount of ketchup that you're adding in. We're gonna add in some vegetable bouillon powder, or MSG if you got any. Let's mix it up together. Oh, it looks so good. Add in some cracked pepper. And this is where it's really up to you how you want it to taste. If you want it to be a bit more sweeter, add a little bit more sugar. If you don't, and you like it as is, then that's great. The reason we like to add in just a little bit of bouillon powder is to add extra umami to the flavor, since it is a vegetarian dish. However, tomatoes, as you know, naturally have glutamate, which is the umami flavor that you have. So that works out perfectly. Okay, this looks amazing. This is just about done, actually. Now that it's done, you see the tomatoes here are all wilted and broken down, but you still have, you know, some slight chunks in there. That's what you want. If you like it more mushy and even more broken down, then I would probably cook it for another, probably like 2 to 3 minutes, but this is what I like. Now, you're going to add in that egg and gently break it up. Okay, as you do this, the egg will continue to cook. Try not to like mush it into pieces, because every bite you get, you still want a nice chunk of egg. Look at that. That looks, oh my God, absolutely incredible. Okay. Let me try it one more time, just for taste. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. We're gonna make a little bit of a slurry. You can use a little bit less if you find that it's already pretty thick. But sometimes when it's a little bit too runny, I just like to add just a slight slurry in here to thicken up the mixture. Okay, like that. That looks fantastic. Turn it off the heat. Do maybe just a little bit more fresh pepper. And oh my God, that looks incredible. Finish it off with your scallions that you've already pre-chopped. And literally, that is it. See, and there you have it, a super easy dish, literally made in your kitchen in like less than 20 minutes. Let's plate this, eat this, let's get to it. Now you're going to grab yourself a fresh bowl of rice, because that's the best way to eat it. Look at this right here. It looks absolutely incredible. It smells so good. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's a work of art. It's so easy. This is what I would call an easy home-cooked meal that just tastes fantastic. What you're gonna do, grab a nice chunk of that in, serve it over your rice. Okay, look at that. Okay, let's try this. See if hopefully I don't spill everywhere. Tomato is perfect. It's tart, but not overly tart. It's so good. Sorry, I should probably stop eating this. All these ingredients here today we grabbed at Lucky Supermarket, our favorite local Asian grocery store. You can taste the freshness in everything that you're eating, from the egg to the tomato to the scallion. Everything really marries together so well in this dish, and that is why it is such an iconic Chinese staple. As always, full recipe details will be below. Please try out this recipe. This is my family's recipe to you, and I hope you guys enjoy this so much. As always, if you guys love this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now.